auspicious blessings and grace of my Guru, His Holiness Paramahansa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, I welcome you to this series on relation and relationships. A couple of days ago, in one of my video series, I had spoken about how important it is for a girl child to have self-dignity, to be brought up and be established in Swabhiman. When a girl is taught by her parents what self-respect and self-dignity is, it adds a lot of character to her. It adds a lot of dignity to her. Yes. And she becomes very independent, and sometimes that independency can start leading to insensitivity. But the same self-dignity and Swabhiman, if it is taught to your daughter by a lot of girls, are very independent financially and individually. They feel they can make their own decisions, and they do make their own decisions like we all do. But somewhere along the line, they themselves and their needs run first and foremost. Be it the kind of job they're looking at, be it the kind of friends, be it the marriage, be it the divorce, or be it how they're bringing up their children. They tend to forget the importance, the stability of having good friends, the stability and value of having parents with them throughout their life. For me, luckily, my pre-monastic mother, who's no more, passed away last year, not only taught us, all our girls in our family, the importance of self-dignity, self-respect, Swabhiman, but she also taught us, to a very large extent, to be sensitive. But what happens, I have personally experienced it, the sensitivity, we start withdrawing, and the selfishness comes to the forefront when we are individually faced with issues, problems, losses, or even futuristic, imaginary doomsday lifestyle. Or when I mean that futuristically imaginary doomsday lifestyle, even if I start imagining what will happen if I lose my job in 5 years or 2 years, or what will happen to me if my husband leaves me and gets married. Once those kind of thoughts, self-protective thoughts start coming in, we start losing sensitivity to people around us. But I found the solution for that particular aspect of my life. See, what happens is when we start becoming selfish, we do realize we're becoming selfish and we don't like that portion of us. At the same time, we feel, no, if I'm not selfish and I'm not self-protective and my self-defensive mechanism is not in place towards all my relations, then I will end up being hurt. And when I say towards all my relations, all of us can look in and see how we are so defensive with our very own spouses, with our parents, with our children. We are no longer our real natural self with anybody. We don't have even a real relationship with ourselves because we are afraid of hurting ourselves. But I found a solution for this when I started watching my Guru, His Holiness Paramahansa Sri Nityananda Swamiji's YouTube discourses. And eventually when I attended the Inner Awakening program, I realized the hurt, the pain that we experience when we see or we have world experiences where people cheat us or betray us or backstab us or even do not live up to our own expectations. That hurt is the powerlessness which makes us insensitive and selfish. We need not respond to those situations in a selfish way, thinking that we will get hurt, because the moment we complete the component of the hurt or the feeling that we'll be hurt or let down or betrayed, the thought process, the negative thought process that is in our head, the moment we complete it and fill it with a powerful positive cognition that we can never be cheated, betrayed, or backstabbed. And even if we are, I know how to live life without feeling pained, without feeling hurt. I will understand the other person's perspective. Understanding is different from forgiving and forgetting. Understanding and forgiving are completely different from forgetting. Without forgetting it, we can always keep those incidents, those moments in our life as a lesson without the component or the emotional uphill it provides us. When we experience that, it provides an amazing stability and faith in ourselves, in our ability to handle any relationship, which makes us want to have everybody in our life as part of our life. We will not be distancing ourselves from people, from the fear of getting hurt. The moment we distance ourselves from people, the selfishness and the insensitivity starts. So it is not just sufficient to teach your girl child self dignity and swabhiman. It's also important to teach her that powerful cognition that will remain unshaken in her, that will give her the confidence that nothing in the world can shake her, make her feel the pain, make her feel the hurt. The pain and the hurt itself are very negative components in our life. This I understood very much later in my life, which I feel wasted a larger part of my life. If I had known that the silliness behind the hurt feeling and then even more immature cognition I have behind the fact that, oh, people might take advantage of me is very ridiculously superfluous, I would have probably lived a much more richer life even before I met Swamiji. But since I have missed that component in my life, I do not want anybody else to miss. Today, the world is becoming more and more aggressive, more infrastructure oriented. Many of us have friends more on Facebook, more on WhatsApp, more on Twitter, more on Instagram, and less in person. The moment we sit to interact with a person, we're either lost as to how to start a conversation, or we just say, "Oh, hi, how are you? Nice, what are you studying? Oh, great." And then beep, 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 your phone goes, and we're back to Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook messages, and tweeting people and saying, "Hey, dude, I'm here with a friend for coffee," and you take a selfie and you put up, and your conversation is over. We do not actually connect to people at the thought level or the heart level. When we do not connect to them, you will see one day, and maybe too late in life, that we have not connected with ourselves, which is why we're not connecting to them. I think it was yesterday when I read in the newspaper a young girl who was 24 years old. She had two children spacing a year away. One child is a year old, one child is a 2-year old child. This happened in US. She takes both the kids, puts them in the oven, and roasts them. She takes a video of it, and after the roasting is over, she takes that video and sends it to her husband who's working in the office. Now, we can be horrified at such an incident happening. We can wonder how a young girl, 24 years, is just a young kid. What made her do this? Was she angry at her husband? Was she frustrated that she didn't get babysitters? But it can't be just this. There is complete callousness, insensitivity to human life. And it's not just this one girl. I'm just sharing this girl as a recent news that I read. But how many of us see this as an experience daily, where either women are molested, eve teased, and nobody bothers to even stand up to the person? And how many times we have seen in the newspapers, and many of us may have experienced, there's an accident that happens, people are lying on the floor, writhing in agony or bleeding, but many, almost 99% of the population do not go forward to help that individual, thinking, "Oh, I have work to do. I'm late to my office," or, "Oh God, if I get into this, then there will be a police case, then I have to go, I have to do this, I have to do that." How we are clearly building up our reasons and justifications and validations not to help another individual How would you feel if something happened to you? Something similar happened to you? These reasons, validation, excuses cannot be a reason for our insensitivity. And all this stems from the fact that we want to protect ourselves, basically because we do not know how to handle the pain. We do not know how to handle these emotions. We've not been equipped or taught experientially. We may have studied in books. I'm not denying that. At the very basic level, don't be angry, don't be greedy, be just, be fair, should not have any gender bias. We read about the Eightfold Path of the Buddha. We read about how the compassion about Jesus. We read about all these. But experientially, we have never been taught how or why we need to learn to handle these emotions, how to live life without these constant variables of the mind. Till now, it is in this day and this age that my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, who is able to give you experientially how you can live powerfully without letting the hurt, the pain, the anger rule your life. He can also give you experientially how he can remove depression from you just through the Diksha. And he can also experientially initiate you just through his Diksha to be established in the space of bliss permanently, which will be the only anchor of your life, no matter what circumstances you may be surrounded with. And especially for the girl child today, I think that's the most important factor. Women, as most of us know, not only do we go through hormonal changes at various stages of life, we also do not have the ability to handle the various stable relationships that come into our life. Because it's only for a woman new relationships come in the form of a spouse, in the form of child. Of course, men do too, but women do undergo through the hormonal changes and the children and the spouse and the in-laws and the extended families. The woman is expected to hold all this, and we can do it. And only because the woman has the depth and the capacity and the capability and the leadership to hold all the people, include everybody into her fold, irrespective of the other's perspective or the other's behavior, that she is called a mother. It doesn't mean that you have to have 10 children to be a mother, but it is more like a characteristic which we can easily develop, which will stabilize you to your goal in life. To experience this, you should send your girl child, or in fact, I would recommend every woman to attend the Mahasadashivoham, which is a very special program that's being hosted this year end in the Bangalore Adinam. If you want more details about this Mahasadashivoham program, which is a 21-day, very unique program designed by my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, for every human being. It is for everybody, but I feel it is more important for a woman because she is the anchor and the life of people around her. Just for that, I recommend that every woman attend this Mahasadashivam program and to get a glimpse of what that program can offer you. Swamiji is offered a beautiful free program called Conscious Breakthrough Guaranteed. Yes, it's guaranteed, like you would see in many advertisements. It's guaranteed that you will have a conscious breakthrough. This program is designed specially for us to understand what conscious breakthrough means, why, where we are at the conscious and thought level, and what our highest possibility is. It's a one-day free program conducted on 29th of October in our Bangalore Adinam. For more details, please leave me a message in this inbox or contact me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll make sure the information reaches you and hope to see you either on 29th of October for a one-day free program or during the Mahasadashivoham, the unique 21-day life transformational workshop. Don't miss this workshop because your life is worth investing every penny, every moment. Invest the 21 days for your future, for the future of your family, and the future of people whom you hold dear and near. Thank you for watching, and I do hope this video has helped you in any little way. And if it has, or if you think this video will help others, please share, subscribe to my video. Thank you for watching. Nityananda.